Grace and peace, beautiful people. Reverend Dr. Kimberly or Kaylee Johnson here from Fellowship of Women Clergy, and I am here with
Jasmine Johnson Giles. Hi.
Jasmine Johnson Giles. We're here to give you some really important information about the upcoming 2024 FWC Beach Retreat. So, listen, invite somebody to participate by logging them on, like, share, post, reshare. You know how to do it. You know how to do it. And we want as many people as possible to get information about the July 12th and 13th day retreat or overnight retreat, depending on what you like to do. Before we go any further, we want to thank the planning team for the retreat this year. Thank you, Reverend Sharon D. White. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Suzanne Kershaw. Thank you, Reverend Dr. Valerie Andrews. And thank you, Sister Jasmine Johnson Giles, who's here on this live stream with me today. So, as we're waiting for some people to come on in, Jasmine, just tell me how you're feeling about the upcoming retreat.
I'm so excited. We had such a good time last year. Last year was my first time at Ocean City, and I just had an amazing
Yeah, it was an
up,
amazing experience.
wasn't it?
Yeah, it was good. It was actually my first time at Ocean City as well. What's one of your favorite things to do at the beach?
Generally, at any beach, I love to lay out in the sand, get the sun heating me up, and then run into the cool water and cool down. But at Ocean City, I found some fantastic ice cream that I've been waiting for a whole year to go back and try. So I am so excited about that.
It was all about the Ben and Jerry's for you, wasn't
It
it?
was all about the Ben and Jerry's in that one particular flavor. So I am so excited.
What was
What
the
about you?
flavor? What was the flavor?
It was light caramel action. It was the Ava DuVernay flavor. It's so good.
Nice. You were asking what's my favorite thing to do?
Yeah.
At, I don't like to just lay out in the sand on the beach and absorb the rays of the sun. I know a lot of people like to do that. I do like to be in the atmosphere. I like to be on the boardwalk. I like to people watch, and I like to read. And so if I can do some of that, I'll be really thrilled. But we get to do a lot of other things as a part of the FWC Beach Retreat, and I'm really excited about that. Our theme scripture comes from Psalm 116:7, which says, "Return to your rest, my soul, for the Lord has been good to you." And we want to bring the women together for a time of rest and relaxation. And this is not like many of the other retreats that people might be familiar with. It's not hyper programmed where you're jumping from workshop to workshop all day long and you're exhausted by the time you get back. You've had that change in rhythm while you're there, but then you need a break after you get back from the break. So we don't want to do that. But it will be a great time for people to come together and be in fellowship with other women clergy and just women in ministry in general, because this retreat is not just for clergy women. So, other women, you can come on along with us. But it's a good time to be together in fellowship with other women, to be by yourself if you just need time away, or to be in communion with God, right? And we provide for you the materials to do any of those options. Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I'm sure people want to know, is it mentioned the 12th and the 13th? Can you just explain a little bit about that?
Okay, so this is a 1 day retreat. So it's a beach day getaway. And that will be on Friday, July the 12th. Friday, July the 12th. So take the day off. So many of us have vacation time, personal days, sick time that we don't use because we're running, 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 running. Listen, you don't need an excuse to take a day off. You don't need an excuse to rest. God designed that rest would be a natural rhythm of our lives. So take the day off, come to Ocean City with us. That's the day retreat. Now, you have the option of spending the night on the 12th, so the 12th into the 13th, and spending the next day with us as well, the morning and the afternoon. So you can select either one of those options. Jasmine, why don't you tell people how they sign up if they're interested?
Eventbrite, 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 Eventbrite. So we'll have a link in the comment section. If you look on our Facebook page, every time you see a post regarding the retreat, there will be a link there. There's a flyer available as well that references the retreat and has a QR code in the bottom right that you can scan on your phone and register. It will send you right to the Eventbrite to register. There's also a link in the bottom left that'll take you right to the Eventbrite to register. Now, of course, if you say, hey, I'm going on our Facebook page, that's awesome, but that's not going to be your registration. So just please, please, please make sure you're going to your Eventbrite and answering the necessary questions and registering there. So right now is the early bird special, okay? From now until June 14th, where registration is $40. If you're an official for $5 off. But just keep that in mind, that early bird special only runs until June 14th, because starting on June 15th, that price goes up to $50 for registration. So just keep that in mind. But if you're still an official FWC member, of course, you'll still have that $5 promo code all the way through registration that can be used during the early bird time or in the regular registration period. So just keep that in mind. And just so you all know, your registration includes a lunch, some snacks, your retreat materials, different giveaways, and prizes too.
That sounds wonderful. It really is a good value.
So okay, for the people who choose to stay overnight, where's everyone staying?
We will be staying at Harris House, which is right on the beach. You need to make your own registration at the hotel. And when you call Harris House, be sure to mention FWC. They'll give you $10 off of the price of your stay. The cost right now is $3.99. Say right now out there, somebody, right now it's $3.99. But they have informed us that the closer we get to the date, the price will increase. Let me say it again. The closer we get to July 12th, the cost at the hotel for the same room is going to increase. So get in right now, call Harris House and make your reservation. Also, the rates are for 2 people per room. If for some reason you want to have 3 in your room, you want to someone wants to share a double bed, or you want to request a cot or something of that nature, the hotel will charge you an additional $15 for that third person. Any changes or cancellations outside of 10 days of arrival will be assessed a processing fee of $35 by the hotel. But after that 10-day window, you forfeit your entire stay. So be sure to go ahead and make your reservation right away. So Jasmine, here's the thing. We found a hotel that's on the beach. And by the way, let me say this about the accommodations. Respectfully, we're not staying at the finest establishment. What you will find is that at Ocean City, people are more concerned about being outside of their hotel rooms and experiencing nature, experiencing the beach and the ocean and all the activities that are available on the boardwalk. And so this is a pretty basic hotel, as are most of the hotels and motels along that strip. So we just want you to have that in mind when you make your reservation. Now, if the hotel is full, what do they do, Jasmine?
There are a ton of hotels on the boardwalk. There's a lot of hotels and motels, but of course we want people to try to be near one another. And so there are a couple of hotels within walking distance to the Harris House, including the Tahiti Inn and Portugal. So those are both within walking distance to the Harris House, but you're always welcome to do a little research if you wish to say some. Those are 2 other optional hotels that you can look into.
Great. What other information?
I was just going to ask too. So when people come to Ocean City, when we all get there, what do we need to be mindful with regards to what we need to pay for?
Okay, so we already told you what your registration includes, but when you get there, you're going to need to buy beach tags. Beach tags will range anywhere from $10 to $35, depending on where you get your beach tags. But you need to have those to be on the beach. If you happen to be on the beach and you don't have your beach tags, they will have a security person coming around to see who has them and who doesn't. They'll just sell you one right there on the beach. So make sure you bring money for that. You'll need to pay for parking if you're coming for the day. If you're staying at one of the hotels, your parking is free. But if not, just be mindful that your transportation cost is an added cost. If you are rooming with someone, and we recommend that you do, just so you can cut the price in half. If you're rooming with someone, have that awkward conversation in the beginning about sharing the cost of gas and tolls and parking before you start on your journey to Ocean City. And then lastly, if you would like to buy an FW t-shirt like this one, we'll have those available for you in Ocean City, and you can purchase one of those at that time. But I think those are the things you need to be mindful of. Remember that we'll be going out to dinner together on Friday night. So you want to bring your money for dinner. And for those of you who are spending the night, we also will be at a local restaurant for breakfast. So have your spending money, whatever amount of money feels good to you in order to participate in some of the boardwalk activities, the miniature golf and rides, if that's your thing, make sure you bring spending money for that as well. I think that's it.
And I'll just mention as well, for people coming for the day, you are welcome to keep your belongings in your car, treat your car as a locker. If you're staying at a hotel, I do recommend checking with the front desk if you arrive before your room is ready, because oftentimes the front desk will hold your belongings until check-in time. They'll kind of hide it behind the desk, or maybe they have a little room and they'll secure it and monitor that for you. Check in with them to see if that's available. If you're staying for the day, there's a location called 13th Street Bikes and Bath House, and they allow for parking on a first come first serve basis. However, they'll also recommend that you treat your car as a locker, meaning keep your belongings in your trunk, make sure they're secure, not out in the open, something like that. And then the price of parking for 13th Street Bikes and Bath House, that does vary daily. However, the really great thing about this location is they also have showers and a changing room. So if you're just coming to say the day with us on the beach and you get a little sandy, you want to change into a bathing suit, you want to change out of a bathing suit, something like that, you're welcome to do that there. If you do choose to something like that, that is a $10 cost. However, the first 100 people to spend that money on those showers, that $10, they'll get a beach tag for free. So when you come, if you choose to stay at 13th Street Bikes and Bath House, feel free to ask the attendant if you're one of the first 100 people, and they'll provide you with that beach tag.
All right, that sounds pretty good, Jasmine. I think we've covered all of the essential information. I don't see any questions here in the chat on social media. We encourage you to please go to the Eventbrite page. There is an FAQ section at the bottom, and if you go there, you will find answers to virtually every question you probably can think of as it pertains to the July 12th and 13th beach getaway. So I think that's all we have for today. We just wanted to make sure you had the most essential information. Please remember to register by June 14th so you can get the early bird rate. If you are an official member, 2024 member of the Fellowship of Women Clergy, please check your email because you also have a discount promo code that you can use on Eventbrite to bring your costs down. All right, I think that's it. Thank you again, Jasmine. Thank you to the committee, Reverend White, Reverend Kershaw, and Reverend Val Andrews. We appreciate you guys so much.